This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is viral. It was written by Guillotte, and it's available from Drive-Thru RPG. Stefan Amshey is our keeper of arcane lore, and this is episode 1. And now, if you would like to lend us some support, you can visit our Patreon site. It's your kind generosity that keeps us going. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Stefan?
It is August 2019, and the characters are members of a group of burgeoning influencers called the Spectral Crew. Now, you guys have found a sort of a niche on the internet where you go and you've been exploring these so-called haunted sites here and there. And you film these things and you live stream them. And Marco, you put out a video a few years ago where you were reacting to a sort of a fake ghost scene. And your overreaction was so hilarious that this made it out on the internet and got grabbed up by people and really got a lot of views. It got nearly 1 million views. And this, because your character is already a bit of a narcissist, kind of went to your head. And you're thinking that, you might just be the next Tom Cruise, right, if you could get enough views. And so you and your crew have been looking for ways to kind of up the number of subscribers. And you have come up with a really interesting topic for you to explore. There's this island off the coast of Sicily, which is called the Isola di Malomente, the island of sickness. And you guys found this place on the internet. It's a completely bizarre, unexplored island that's supposedly haunted. And it has so far been overlooked by all the other major ghost hunting shows. So for you guys to find kind of a new place to go is pretty exciting. Another thing is what you know about the island so far is so honestly sensational that no matter what happens on that island, you're pretty likely to get some good viewership counts, right? And then finally, the live stream that you're planning is going to be on the local day of observance called the Notte della Peste, the Night of the Plague, which is some kind of weird local festival. Begins at sunset August 24th, ends at sunrise August 25th. All the people stay in their houses. Anyway, it's a real nice, creepy backdrop for this whole island exploration. So you guys have been putting together a crew. You put together a bunch of equipment. And you've hired Maya, a dead one, who I'm going to give you guys a chance to introduce yourselves in just a moment, to manage the live stream and hopefully kick you guys past the 1 million subscribership mark so you can officially be viral. So let's introduce our characters, and let's start with Marco.
What's up, Spectral Crew? It's your boy Proudfoot here, bringing you the hottest ghost takes all across the internet right here from my home in Queens. Don't touch the jacket. We'll see you around.
Okay. Now, Marco, I want you to understand that your character is a bit of a narcissist, and will pretty much do anything to get subscriber views. So that is your big motivator. You've gotten your first taste of fame. You want more, badly. Okay, let's go to Corinna. Do we not have a Corinna?
We don't have a Corinna.
Okay, let's go to Peter.
I'm Peter Wharton. I'm a man of few words, but I'm I'm happy to be here, and I am here to do anything that Marco tells me to do.
Okay. Enoch.
My name is Enoch Jeremiah Eakins. I live in New York. I Marco hired me, to help with loading and unloading and doing a lot of camera work. As one of the investigators, I do a lot of the camera work. Um, didn't always do this. I grew up in Ohio, in an Amish community, and I went on a Rumspringa, and well, I went to New York and I never went back. I kind of discovered the alcohol and the ladies and I didn't want to go back. And so the real reason I probably here is because I'm pretty big guy, 6'6", and Marco kind of wanted, some protection, in case crazy fans or people, trying to threaten us or anything or opposed to what we're doing. So, just a little intimidating, but that's not really my personality.
No, you are a very large person, but you are actually very sweet. But you do have some special hidden talents, right?
I do. I really haven't shared them with the others, but
Yeah, yeah.
I do have this. I don't know. It kind of got me in trouble when I was growing up in the Amish community. I had like this thing, the sight kind of thing, where I actually do see dead people. I mean, I see them. Um, I don't know. As I get older, I'm wondering if it's just all the booze and the dope I take. But says the booze and the dope helps me not see them too. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll learn something about it working with these guys.
yeah. Generally speaking, when you become familiar with this phenomenon, when you feel it coming on, your hand starts to shake, and that's usually a good sign that something strange is going to happen,
Mm,
and may or may not be real. You never know.
mm.
Ku Hyun.
Yes, my name is Koo Hyun. I go by Hyun. It's a family name. My job for this crew right here in particular is just to pretty much handle the technical side of things. I don't really believe in this bullshit that everybody's doing. It's paying the bills, and believe it or not, it's more than paying the bills. And that's why I'm here. I'm here just trying to build up my career a little bit more on the technical side of things is where I provide support here. I'm kind of skeptic about everything that they're doing right here. I'm not bashful about letting you know that at all. I have been with this crew now for a while. I handle pretty much everything that's going to be on the ground floor with everybody. I'm always there to fix everything and to help people with what's going on and to legitimize everything that's going on as well. I'm pretty quick to tell you whether or not what you're experiencing is real, like, or if it's fake. If someone's calling out something, I will ruin a shot in a heartbeat. I will ruin anything that is not truthful to a degree.
You have an important role in the team because you're the skeptic.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Maya.
Hello, I am Maya Adedawan. I am a general tech wizard responsible for editing the various camera feeds and into the live stream. So everybody's seeing I'm the editor, presenter, chat watcher, general tech wizard. So I am not with the rest of the team. I am wheelchair bound and I am at my desk in my flat in London, surrounded by a sea of monitors, keeping an eye on all the cameras, on the chat, and editing together gold.
Yeah, very good. All right. So, in discussions about the island, when you guys first looked at the island on Google Maps, you found that the surface of the island was actually redacted. However, Maya, because you have a bunch of contacts, and you were able to go to the dark web and you were able to find an unredacted map of Isola de Malomente. Okay. And after looking at the map, you guys have put together a bit of a plan as to how you might attempt to explore this island. Unfortunately, the island is out of range of any Wi-Fi signal. So one thing you're going to have to do is set up some kind of Wi-Fi setup. And the idea that you have come up with after much discussion is to set up essentially a satellite uplink at a single location, and then a series of repeaters to extend the range out from there as you explore the island. So the uplink will be in the southern end of the island. If you look at the map I'm showing you now, you should be able to see there's a sort of an almost a separate piece of the island at the south end. There's a lighthouse at that island and a cove where there's an easy landing according to the outfitter that you guys have hired. So, and you have 3 really big, heavy UPS batteries. And so you're going to have to basically hike them up to the lighthouse once you land, and that will be your uplink station. And you can set up a Wi-Fi repeater there. And then if you set up another 2 locations, you'll be able to extend the Wi-Fi out to the area where the hospital was. So you can see on the map, the circles are arranged. They are overlapping. That's your plan. And you've identified a few of the locations on the island. If you focus in a little bit, you can see number 1, of course, in the south area. That is the cove and the lighthouse where you'll set up the transmitter. Number 2, a little bit north of that, there's a bridge over to the mainland. Maybe that's number 3, actually. Number 1 might be the cove. Number 2 is the lighthouse. Number 3 is the bridge. Number 4 is a grove of trees. And number 5 is the hospital. Number 6 looks like some kind of field. So, the team sets up all your gear. You guys are getting ready to go. You are going to hop on the plane. Is there anything you would like to do in New York before you leave?
Well, giving, I feel, is like the best virus of all. And so, hey, Sean, come here. Get your phone out. I'm going to find the nearest person who looks a bit disheveled. Not even like, actually confirming whether they're housed or not. Nearest disheveled person, $100 on camera straight away. That's from the ghosts, baby. You get yourself something nice. Post that. Those are numbers. Let's go.
Yeah, the homeless person that you found just looks at you with a mouth agape, like couldn't believe his luck.
That's right, baby. Proud foot out.
Thank you, man. You're the best.
No, you're the best.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, yeah, you look
Did you ever
great,
get
Marco.
tired of like doing random bullshit like this? Like ever?
It's the reason that you and I have a job, my friend. It's the reason why our friend the nerd back in England has a job. It's the reason
Yeah, we
why
could have a job, but why
our
do we
friend
have to
here,
lie
Enoch,
about it?
has a job.
Yeah, but
So,
why do you have to like go over here
you
and
could think
purposefully
about it
like
as lying.
represent that this guy right here, like why him?
This
Why
this
not
guy,
actually something that would like lend merit to what we're doing? Why
I made his day
random fuck off the
better.
street?
And
Yeah,
if I make, $10,000 off of the ads for the $100 I gave him, what's the harm? I do good, it spreads good, we move on.
And
Spectral gives back, baby.
why would you consider that it's dishonest? I mean, it's entertainment. The only thing that we're making is entertainment. You might as well say that every actor in the world is a liar because they're not
but we don't
really
market
Superman.
this
But
as just clear, just plain brass entertainment.
if they're too dumb to believe that the stuff is real, then come on. People like to believe in fantasies.
Enoch is kind of just laughing, but he hasn't stopped recording. He's got the whole thing, the whole conversation.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, I assume, are going to hop on the plane and start flying to Italy. You're going to fly to Sicily. and then you're gonna drive out to a small town called Perla, which is a coastal town, and the island that you're aiming for is just a few miles off the coast. And once you're in Perla, you have an outfitter there who's supposed to take you out on a boat. His name is Nuncio. And your contacts in Perla have told you that he's an extremely knowledgeable local, and he's going to do you right. Maya, you have kind of done your homework on this island. And as these guys are flying, you sort of put all this stuff together in a little package. And let me tell you the history of the Isla de Malomente that you uncover, okay? The island that you guys are going to has been inhabited since the Bronze Age. And it was once the site of a ruined temple where they worshipped some deity named Morbus. And you've never heard of this person or thing or whatever before. In the 14th century, they built a monastery there, and they called it Saint Roche. And that was just prior to the plague hitting Europe. And so that monastery became a site where they would take the ill, the infirm, people who had the plague, lepers, people who had cholera, that sort of thing, and cared for them there. When they died, they also cremated them on the site. In the late 1800s, it was converted to a sanitarium. And in 1917, soldiers headed to World War I. There was a report that you dug up of some soldiers who were diagnosed with the flu and then treated in St. Roches just before being sent to the front. And of course, that was 1 year before the flu epidemic ravaged the entire globe. Killed, I think, close to 20 million people, if I recall. One of the worst disasters, in modern history. In 1928, the facility was upgraded with a bunch of new medical equipment, and it was renamed from St. Roche's Monastery to St. Roche's Hospital. During World War II, the island remained kind of pretty well untouched by the fighting. But there is a report that one section of the original monastery was damaged by an American bomber, and a bomb release system failed. There were rumors circulating about a secret mission, but nobody ever made anything about that. In 1954, there were some reports of missing and abused patients that led to an investigation by Italian authorities. And they uncovered the fact that there were some kind of medical experiments being performed at the hospital unauthorized. There were remains of hundreds of patients discovered in cremation pits and in mass graves. The hospital was completely shut down by the government. Dozens of staff, including several of the administrators, were sentenced to life in prison. Every single one of the people who were sentenced died within a year from a mysterious wasting disease. And the cause of this disease was never actually discovered. Because of the isolation of the island and the possible infectious nature of the remains thereon, the bodies were never actually exhumed, and they remain on the island to this day. So there's no indication that there was any sort of cleanup, and just the island was just put under quarantine indefinitely. At some point in like the 1970s, there was a book that you find reference to called Il culto della peste dell'Isola Malomente, the plague cult of Malomente Island. The author was Giovanni Pellegrino, and he claimed to be one of the investigators who originally shut down the hospital. And supposedly the book describes the true story behind the events in 1954, but all the copies of the book were seized by the Italian government. The writer was arrested, and he died in prison a week later. So this seems like a perfect backdrop for the kind of exploration that you guys want to do. It's going to be haunted. It's going to be abandoned. And you have another person who's going to be joining you in Italy. Her name is Corinna Trench. And you guys have mixed feelings about her. Marco, you absolutely love her. Corinna is awesome. She's I think the easiest way to describe Corinna is she has pretty privilege. She's exceptionally good looking. She's super hip. She's like a Northern California. She was born and raised in Northern California. She's just got that style thing that people just adore. And Marco, you just eat it up like catnip. She's also kind of a woo-woo Wiccan, she's waves crystals and burns sage and all that kind of stuff. So she's perfect for this kind of exploration. And her idea was to include, as part of your exploration, a seance at the most haunted location that you could find. And there is a crypt, supposedly. And so you guys are aiming to find your way to the crypt, which is near the hospital. And when you find your way to the crypt, she will pull out her Ouija board and you guys will contact the spirits of the dead. And that will be the climax of hopefully, of your exploration. That's the plan. Okay. So, the plane arrives in Italy. You guys catch your ride. You drive out to Palermo. You find your hotel. Corinna is there already waiting. She greets you warmly. She's super happy to see you, excited to go to the island. And you guys are in Perla for the night. The schedule calls for you to go tomorrow night, which will be August 24th, out to the island. About 6:30 p.m. And you'll have things hopefully set up by about 8 p.m. 7:55 p.m. is when the sun goes down.
We go a little earlier. I mean, if we're going to have to go to a lighthouse and set everything up.
You guys are confident that you can do it. You know the setup. It's just a matter of getting there. You're confident that an hour and a half should be enough time, or yeah, an hour and a half should be enough time to do it.
Yeah, worst
Summertime,
parts is
isn't it? So it should be a longer sunset anyway.
And at this point, I'm wanting to check and recheck the equipment to make sure that we're not expecting any like faulty programs, any faulty hardware over traveling.
Yeah,
It's probably been a fucking nightmare trying to get everything from across America to over here as well, because
it was. The
like all,
customs people didn't like your bags full of electronics, but you explained it all to them. It took a while. But no, you're proud of your setup. You're confident. You're sure it's going to work as long as you can get that Wi-Fi signal set up. Everything's going to be fine.
yeah, it's gonna be the fun part, hauling those three things. But once that's set up, we'll be good to go, just like anywhere else.
Beautiful. Hey, Peter. Let's go do a piece to camera real quick. Promo for the live stream. We'll find like the dingiest
All right.
looking corner of a bar somewhere. I'll
All
lean
right.
real close. Okay.
Go.
Hey, Spectral Crewers. Guess what? Tomorrow night, Noche de la Peste, we're going to the Isla de Malomente live right here on the Spectral Crew. Don't miss it.
Got it. Sending it to Maya.
Okay, cool. Gotta do well. You gotta just diversify.
Corinna starts waving a quartz crystal around Marco in these funny circles.
That's the stuff, babe. You keep doing that.
Yeah, it's just to purify you. Don't worry.
Beautiful.
Just to
Marco,
get
what
your
do you want
energy,
for
just to get your energy right.
what do you want for dinner, Marco? Don't say Chinese.
Well, we're in the land of beautiful Italy. We gotta have some nice pasta, no?
Yep. I can book us at a restaurant down the street.
Yeah. Make sure there's room for the whole crew. We'll get everyone in. Hey, we'll even leave a
Well,
table,
yeah.
a seat for Maya, even though she's not here.
I didn't. I wasn't implying that it was just you and me, but yeah, I'll get something for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, like we have a space for everyone on this team, so make sure you include a reservation for six, even though only five of us will physically be there.
We could set up a little laptop with Maya talking to us while we're at dinner.
That sounds good.
She can watch us eat food.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll
you
be
guys find a tiny little Italian hole in the wall restaurant. It only seats about six total. So
brilliant.
you fill up the whole place.
Quick to fill up, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
Maya,
you get treated very warmly by the Italian speaking matron.
What do you want, babes?
how's sunny old England?
Sunny, yeah, always.
At least the rain's warmer now, yeah?
You could say that.
That's some good stuff. How's preparations going for tomorrow night's big event?
Well, it's all gonna be. We're gonna have to check the lag time between the your satellite uplink and Twitch and everything. So, um, we'll see. Everything's looking good though. I saw that you're sending me some materials for the YouTube page.
Yeah, just like little shorts, all
Uh-huh.
this new Chinese app. I don't know what it's called, like musical lie, or is it changed now? I thought it was changing.
It's TikTok, I think, is what they
Is
call it these
is
days.
it TikTok now? Ah, yeah. We should get on that. I reckon that's going to be big.
Oh, I'm already on it.
Excellent. How's life, everybody? Are we slaying the day away, as my 17th suspiciously young girlfriends like to say?
I'm not even looking at them. I'm actually just typing away on my laptop that I've pulled up at the table, that I've kind of just like pulled up. Now I'm going over everything. You hear the random click clacks of everybody else is talking as I'm just
That's
focusing on
wow.
my computer.
Did everybody
That's why I
read that
like you,
briefing
Thom.
I put together?
Yeah, creepy stuff. I hope there's no plague on the island that we're going to.
Yeah, it'll be a shame if you all die.
Yeah, it should. What?
The demons will get us.
I mean, they
What?
didn't have medicine back then anyway, so
Yeah,
To
I mean,
be fair,
it's
they had
been
medicine
years.
in the 1920s. Yes, they did have medicine.
yeah, but you get a cold, you still die. Got polio and shit like that.
Yeah, they had vaccines, but
Well,
like they also had medicine. Like it's not that new of a concept.
I thought vaccines came around in the 60s.
I don't know, but that place has been abandoned for quite a while. It's not contagious over there, you don't think, is it?
The likelihood of something that survived after that amount of time, it's not very
Yeah.
high.
It's also weird. It's not on any Google Maps. I wonder why they block it out. It's not
Well,
like
they
it's the
took it out.
military.
Such a
Yeah,
small place. No
maybe
reason
they
to
just
necessarily have it.
Look,
Probably cost more in resources.
you just gotta know where to look for things, all right? You can find almost anything.
they didn't want curiosity people.
No.
And that's why we're
Hmm,
there because we're the curiosity people. I mean,
that's right.
thank God, thank God. If it was a tourist trap, then we wouldn't even be going there.
Um,
I mean, look, we did do
Logistics would be a nightmare.
the three witch museums of Salem. That was a fun
Yeah,
day out.
yeah, sort of. Except they were really awful.
They were.
Thought the cemetery was way more interesting
That's
than
true. But it
the.
was too bright when we went. We should have gone way later at night.
It didn't help that you
Yeah.
kept dropping the fucking microphone.
Well, the. I'm sorry, but the animatronics sucked. I've been to
Uh,
Disney.
The owner of the restaurant comes out at some point and speaks Italian to you. Marco, you speak Italian, so you know immediately what she's saying. She's just asking what brings you guys to town.
all right. For this next part, I am speaking Italian. Obviously, I personally don't speak Italian in real life.
Yes, me neither, so
Um,
that's fine.
that's right. We're part of the new media. We're uh, showing off parts unexplored. Have you ever heard of Anthony Bourdain? Yeah,
She kind of nods a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I think
we're
so.
we're like that, but instead of no reservations at restaurants, we just sort of go where it's scary.
Huh. What do you mean scary?
Scary, like you know, it's dark. We heard it was the night of Notte della Peste tomorrow. We wanted
See,
to, yeah, you stay indoors. We wanted to stay out and go, oh, we're outside during Notte della Peste.
out where?
Outside.
She shakes her head and kind of frowns. She's like, "No, that's not good."
That's okay. It's
Okay.
media.
Yeah.
It's a live stream. Like pretend like acting. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The only time things go wrong is when the demons get involved. But we're not going to upset the demons. It's okay. You should watch. Give her a card of
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah,
America's like the show.
she accepts the card, but she starts to look at you guys a little bit differently, like a little more suspiciously. And she without prompting ends up bringing you the check.
Ah, I don't remember Italian for thank you.
Lazzi.
I was
Thank
about to
you.
speak French.
Oh, we should have been recording that. That was classic right out of a horror movie. Don't go to the scary place.
We didn't even tell her we were going to the scary place.
No.
She pegged it. That's a good bit to camera. Peter, grab it out. Let's go.
Could it just be that they don't really appreciate cultural appropriation?
Oh,
Hey,
That we're out
please.
here making fun of their religion?
Sean, I love
Sure.
your work
Right.
ethic, man, and that's where I like you to stay. What's up, Spectral Crewers? We just got a very scary piece of advice from this restaurateur. They looked at us and they said, "Don't go outside on the night of the plague." But guess what we're gonna do tomorrow night, live? Spectral Crew investigates the island of the sick.
Got it. Sending it to
Corinne is
Maya.
like, "Awesome, Marco."
That's right, babe.
So what exactly is cultural appropriation? I mean, if we didn't know about Italians, we wouldn't have spaghetti.
It's much more complicated than that. It's showing up, going over here, taking it, whitewashing it, taking something that doesn't necessarily belong to you, profiting off of it, such as coming over here and just seeing what's the Night of the Dead and something that actually means something to them, and for us to make a mockery of it, try to get views.
Well, we'll be
Sean,
respectful.
What do you mean whitewashing it? I am 1/16th Cherokee on my father's side. That's why I take the name Proudfoot. We aren't whitewashing anything. This is, in fact, a very diverse, culturally sensitive investigation of things that are going on, led by a very charismatic, handsome, diverse host, if I do say so myself.
You just keep saying 1/16th because it sounds large. That's less than 8%.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, that gives you the right to come over here and just
Yeah.
to start.
He's also
You get the
Italian,
balls to do that
Go
all the
ahead.
time.
but he's Italian.
He's just
That's the difference between
returning the visit from Christopher Columbus, maybe.
that's the difference between winners and losers, Sean. Winners take what they want.
Okay. Dinner ends. You guys go back to the hotel. I'm gonna assume you sleep through the night unless there's anything you want to go through. Do the rest of the night.
Yeah, we got a lot of time in the day tomorrow before we head out. I think Enoch is gonna, put a few drinks away and maybe smoke a joint. Just relax.
Okay. All right. Yeah. It's quiet. Pearl is a nice place, actually. It's pretty. And
Unlike-
you do know that tomorrow you're supposed to make contact with your outfitter named Nuncio.
We have a
Tonight, when people turn into their hotel, I'd like to sneak off to the local cemetery.
Oh,
And just do
okay. Yeah.
some little story content. Just what's up? I'm going to the cemetery at 1 a.m. And then
Are
I'll
you
go
bringing
back
me
to bed.
with you?
Oh, this is just full iPhone, just point and shoot, and then disappear again. I'm shooting at like
Okay.
9 p.m., but I'll post it at 1 a.m.
For your Insta.
Yeah, for the Insta, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you get a bunch of comments like, "Fuck yeah, I can't wait. I'm signing on tomorrow." Yeah. Yeah, people are psyched about your upcoming show.
Damn right they are.
Next day, you guys wake up, you begin putting your equipment together, and the day starts passing very quickly. Getting all your gear together, and it becomes, late afternoon, and it's time to go meet Nuncio at the waterfront.
Unseal.
You know,
You put all your stuff in your bags, you sling them over your shoulders, you make your way out to the waterfront, and when you finally meet up with Nuncio, it's like a 17-year-old kid. He's got shorts and flip-flops on, and he's looking at you guys like, come on over here, and he's got this tiny little, barely any bigger than a rowboat with a motor.
You fit us all in there.
hell yeah, brother.
Oh, this
Yeah.
equipment. I don't know if it's gonna fit.
Don't-
I'd make
Don't
two
rock the
trips.
boat.
We'll get you there. Don't worry. Don't
We'll
worry.
fit. This is the man that knows what he's talking about. He's switched on. I love this. I'm gonna dap him up.
You sure?
Yes, brother.
You want to go to Malomente?
Malomente, that's the place.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Hey, I really appreciate you. I'm gonna slip him a $10 US bill.
He says, okay. Good, but when we get to the island, keep your hands and feet inside the boat, okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
What does he mean? Keep our hands and feet inside the boat when we get there.
We're
Yeah,
going.
so on the way out there, you ask him that. And he says, well, around the island, there's a row of mines left over from the war. So we have to be careful not to hit a mine.
If you want us to keep our hands and feet inside the boat while we're still on the water,
Yeah.
okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
They mind this thing? How do you know not to hit one of those mines?
I know the path. Yeah, but it's tight. You have to be real careful. So you guys head out to sea, and the island in the distance quickly begins to loom larger and larger. You can see it's kind of a misty night. It's fog shrouding a lot of the island, and you kind of make your way around one side of the island where there's a cove. You can see in the distance, and then he just shuts off the motor. Says, okay, now we have to paddle and keep an eye out for the mines, okay?
Bark,
got it,
how are we
brother.
going to see the mines?
Well, you gotta look.
I'll take one.
Nuncio knows what he's
oars.
doing.
And
Let's start
literally,
rolling.
as he says this, Peter, you're looking down in the water and you can see a dark shape like a ball with a bunch of spikes pass underneath the boat.
That's the shit. We have GoPros on our heads filming this stuff. Like, we gotta get some like POV footage of us like rolling
Yeah.
in. This is some
I-
sick stuff, dude.
I know this is technical and I have no idea how much this actually happens, but those mines tend to be magnetic. Do we have any chance of that messing up our equipment? Because those were meant to be magnetic so that they would start drifting towards the ships and then collide with them. Am I worried about this?
You worry
Our
about
equipment's
everything.
off.
I mean, that's your nature. So it is possible, I suppose. Ooh, I hope we didn't just lose him.
Oops. Maybe he's magnetic.
Yeah, I think he is magnetic.
Let's pause for a second.
I'm going a little method,
By the
and I do
time- by the time-
apologize.
No, you're good. Gonna say, by the time that magnetic field would interrupt tech, it would explode and you'd be dead.
Yeah. I like the dickhead in me, like the
We waited
proud
for you.
Yeah, we're
Sorry.
right.
is just like I
No
want to
problem.
just stick a hand over the edge, just lightly try and grab one. But I know that's dumb and it will not serve the story, so I won't do it. But oh boy, would Marco want to do that so bad.
Yeah,
Touch the mine, touch it.
yeah.
Short
So
game.
yeah, you kind of like you start reaching your hand out as if you're going to do it, and Corinna's like, "Don't even try it." It's like, if you get us blown up, Marco, I will kill you.
It's okay, babe. It's okay, babe.
Our boat is wooden, right? So
Yeah. I believe we'll be fine.
It's actually aluminum, but yeah.
well, aluminum is cool too. It's not magnetic.
Yeah.
But it's still not likely to mess up our equipment.
The boat isn't. The mines look
No, the
very
mines.
old. Yeah, the mines look very old.
I think it's a combination of the mine's magnetic and a gigantic iron ship right nearby, which would hold over.
Well, I'm just worried about it shorting out the equipment. Or erasing
I don't
anything.
think so.
Or
We'll be past it in just a second. So
Yeah, you guys actually
Paddling with.
end up paddling through the mines and around the corner, and you end up at what's called Beggars Cove. On the western side of this island, there's a small cove with a dark sandy beach. On either side, it's lined with cliffs of white stone that look unclimbable, except for a single set of narrow stairs cut into the stone. There's a corroded iron railing following the staircase to the top. Here and there along the stairs are sections where the railing is kind of given way to time and weather. And so the boat kind of pulls up to the beach, and you guys start spilling out and unloading your equipment. And you can see the remains of several bonfires on the beach. And there's a bunch of graffiti in the lower 10 feet of the cliffs all around. You can see beer bottles, syringes, used condoms, food wrappers, empty spray cans. There's even a dark lump near the water.
This is
Looks
where
like it
we
might
need
be
to set up the first
upside-down
USB. The boosters.
The lighthouse is up above, so climbing up the stairs, and it would be up above on the...
Yeah, that's what I thought. We had to cut. We have to haul these up. We have to haul one of these up there. All right.
Hell
I'll get
yeah.
started. He picks it up, kind of like he would take a keg or something, and just starts going up the
Okay.
stairs.
Okay.
I'm going to follow close behind him to help him set everything up.
I'm carrying stuff.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nuncio says, "Okay, I'll wait for you here, and when I'll expect to pick you guys up, before dawn." Okay.
Well, around dawn, maybe we'll come see you. Obviously, we're taking care of you. And I'll slip another American bill into his hands. This will be a 5. Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, he certainly doesn't object to that. So you guys
My
begin
man.
climbing the stairs all together,
Carrying stuff.
and yeah, it goes up several, like a couple hundred feet, and you reach an area where it becomes sort of windy, and you can sort of see the lighthouse in the distance.
Oh, look at that thing! Wow.
So standing atop the southern shore, there's a 3-story lighthouse on what looks like a crumbling concrete slab. It looks really weathered. All the windows are knocked out, but it looks pretty solid still. There's an attached small brick building that's still standing. The roof is drooping a little bit, but you can see most of the lantern deck, even from here, is surprisingly, still intact. And you can even see the silhouette of an old World War II antenna inside.
Marco, you could probably do an episode just in this lighthouse alone.
Hell yeah, that's what makes it such a good live stream. Obviously we'll have our post-produced gear as well, but
And Enoch, as soon as you see the lighthouse, your hand starts shaking.
Oh, geez. I'm holding the thing too. Is that gonna? I'm not gonna drop it, am I? I'm gonna
Not going to drop
down.
it.
I'm gonna put it
but
down, but my hands just start shaking. He's gonna like.
Whoa,
kinda,
Enoch, are you okay?
I'll be all right. He's gonna like take out like pack of cigarettes, but he's pulling out a joint. He's just gonna take a couple puffs up a joint. But
You're
his
good, dude. You're good, dude. You're good, dude. I'll
oh
take some
man,
gear from him too.
Okay.
yeah, maybe it was just a bit much all those stairs.
That's all good, brother. You take care of yourself, huh?
Mm.
As you approach the lighthouse, you can see on the door there's a sign that says "Ingreso vietato." No entry. Telling you.
Excellent. I'm gonna push the door open.
Okay.
And we're supposed to be taking this piece of equipment all the way to the top of the tower, correct?
Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
Highest point.
So you push the door open. And as you step through the doorway, it's like stepping into the past. The far wall is lined with 1940s radio gear, and there's a headset hanging from a hook on the wall. There's a steel and leather office chair, which is rusty but functional. And tucked beneath the desk, there's a wire basket half filled with crumpled balls of paper. If it weren't for the thick layer of dust and faint odor of mildew, it might have been closed yesterday.
Hell yeah. Well, let's leave a bunch of the gear that we're gonna
And
need to
Enoch,
carry up down here.
As you are entering the door, you are the last to enter, and you have this sort of itching feeling like the thing that's causing it is not inside the lighthouse, but rather outside.
to kind of look behind me out the door, like rather than looking in to where they're going. If I'm
Over by the cliff, overlooking the water, you sort of see this thing that resolves into kind of a spectral figure. And you can see this curl of smoke wafting from the pipe. And it's someone dressed in a uniform, maybe like a Coast Guard uniform or something, and he's just staring out at the sea.
oh God, it's happening. No, I'm
The
gonna.
rest of you guys notice Enoch is stopped in the doorway and looking out at
Whoa,
the cliffs.
Buddy, what's going on?
Um, nothing. I'm just gonna kind of. I think I'm just gonna, just take a breath, look one last time, and then go into the lighthouse. I know what it is.
As you take this breath, the Coast Guard ghost looks at you, pulls the pipe out of his mouth in wide-eyed disbelief, and opens his mouth like he's going to say something, and then vanishes.
You right, sport? I'll crack Enoch on the back.
Hmm. Oh God. Yeah, that was. That is nothing. I guess I just overdid it going up those stairs with carrying those big things. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I get you, bro. But you make sure you take care of yourself. Like it's all fun and games. If you die, terrible PR. So we got to keep it together.
Yeah, I'll be
Good
fine.
man.
I'll be fine.
Good man. Good man. Good man.
Here, I can help you lug that up the stairs.
Thanks, Ken.
Okay, so you guys are going to go upstairs? So you do. You walk up to the top of the stairs, and you reach the lantern deck, which is covered in dust, just like below it. The radio antenna is actually still in good shape, and there's two sets of cables that you can see. They look really old. One of them looks cut. The other set looks like about half a dozen cables running from a steel box attached to the antenna, goes through a housing and down through a hole in the floor into the radio room on the ground floor.
This is old.
I wonder if it'll work. I mean, we'll find out. So start setting everything down, start getting ready to set everything up.
Okay.
Start trying to make sure
Yeah.
everything's like a nice clean spot, that there's not any like mildew, any stagnant water, no water that's dripping from the top into any place. Can't have any of the equipment shorting out.
Yeah, that is going to be difficult. There is mildew all over the place. Yeah. It
I'm
is,
looking to see if
Do we have
there's any electricity that works in this lighthouse.
certainly doesn't look like it.
There's no
No.
generator, no power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't an active working lighthouse. It's never lit, is it?
No.
Oh, no,
Okay.
not anymore. No,
Yeah.
this is really
Yeah, I was just
old.
curious what they might have.
Do we have any foresight to bring like a tarp or anything like that? Just something that we could lay on the ground so that we'd be able to put the equipment on safely, or maybe drape over the top of it so if any water comes down, it'll fall on it and stay away from the equipment.
That seems
Didn't think-
reasonable.
You didn't think to, but you could look around if you wanted to.
Everything here's going to be filthy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, she's
yeah,
old.
I'm gonna try to find like a safe place, the safest place that's possible, that's out of the way, that doesn't look like the wall's gonna crumble down, or it looks like a flood of water is gonna come down either. And so it's out of the way so that we're not having to walk and weave through everything, because last thing you want to do is be in the middle of the night and trip over wires and everything and go down the stairs.
How
Yeah.
about the rest of you guys? While
I'm
Hyung is setting up all this stuff, what are you guys doing?
gonna poke around this radio equipment, start twisting some dials. Might get some good B-roll of me, investigating the equipment itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going out onto the catwalk to set up the antenna so that it sticks up above the top of the lighthouse.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good
Yeah,
thing.
Marco, this radio is so old, you doubt you could even make it work anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But just about when you're about to give up on it and you start walking away, it starts turning on. You can hear static and voices on the radio. Doesn't sound like it's quite tuned to anything. But then it starts to resolve into something resembling like a creepy little tune.
What is that sound? It sounds like a music
Hell?
box or something.
Are we getting this? Is this getting recorded?
I pick up one of the cameras because I know the
That's
others
so
are busy with
weird.
stuff, and I'm just filming it.
What the hell?
Yeah, it is weird.
I'm outside, so I'm not hearing it.
The hell
This
was that?
stops.
It sounded like a music box, didn't it? Like somebody opened a music box and was playing over the
So
radio.
weird. I don't know. This used to be like an army base, right? There might be some army supplies still in here somewhere. Should we have a look around?
Might as well.
Enoch, as you're looking around, Marco leaves the room and the radio turns on again. This time, it sounds different. Not
Well,
like, it sounds like someone might be transmitting.
is there like some kind of button where you could broadcast out on it, or is it just a receiver?
Seems to be there is a button, yeah.
I'm
But
gonna
there's no
push it
microphone.
and be like, "Hello, hello."
There is no response.
God, what the hell was that? And like kind of out of the earshot of the others, I'm gonna say maybe this one. I wonder if this one's actually real, like the other fake ones we were on.
Marco, this place has been picked clean.
God damn. That's okay. Like I just even like an old piece of rubbish or trash or whatever. Like just something I can like point to, like we found a war room from the World War One, like something like that.
Okay. Yeah. In the meantime, Hyun, you do finally get uh, the setup working, and you are pretty sure that if you can get the Wi-Fi repeaters set up in the two locations, you'll be able to get this thing working.
Okay, fuck. So we got most of this. Enoch! And I just start
Yeah.
screaming down there to him. Come up
Yeah.
here and help me get the rest of this shit set up. Come on.
Okay. So I'll leave the room, but I'm obviously visibly shaken, just like before when I come
Yeah.
in to see him. Yeah. What do you need?
You all right?
I don't know. This place just gives me the creeps. There's something about it. I just hearing stuff. I don't know.
Just an
Well,
empty building. It's just creaking and shit.
save it for the show. Save it for the show. No.
Yeah, trust me, Marco's gonna make enough fucking mess out of all of this just to keep everybody happy.
No.
Come on, he'll be the one like that and like the crazy like crystal lady.
Ugh. Yeah,
It's
I
fine.
don't.
Here.
I don't really like her. I don't. She's so full of shit. Her eyes are brown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Last time she was swinging that crystal around, I thought it almost hit me in the head.
That should do it. I think I got the antenna secured. Could probably take even a strong wind, and that's not coming down. So you should be able to patch in.
Okay, Enoch, I'll feed you the wires to get you up there. I can't reach up that high.
All right.
Okay.
You can
So,
send something
just
to
work
Maya,
together.
see if she gets it.
Yeah. Maya, you do get a message saying that the setup is complete and you should be able to communicate with them.
Okay, babes, let's make sure that our connection is good if you want to try filming something.
Oh God, I
All right.
missed that voice.
Oh yeah,
I'll
all
I'll
right,
start filming.
Yeah.
brilliant.
Karina's like, I can purify this place. And she starts waving some sage around.
Yeah, are we picking it up live?
Hell yeah, Karina.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right.
That's what we
Start
like to
sneezing
see.
from the sage.
We're going to drive all the ghosts out of this island.
Wait, we want the ghosts.
I
That's
mean,
why we're here.
we don't want them to stay.
We don't want the demons. The ghosts can stay, but the demons need to go. But it's okay. I, Peter, let's get some B-roll of me fiddling with this radio here.
All right.
I'm gonna start just
Come
like
here real quick, Marco, and I start wiring him up with
Good.
like a microphone on him and start getting them all set up and patched up and ready.
my man.
And have you sounding like shit.
Hey, Sean, have I ever told you that I really appreciate the work that you do?
Yeah, you've said it a time or two.
You're a good man. Love it. Okay, let's start twisting some knobs, and I'll wander over to the radio set and start just like fiddling.
Okay.
Enoch's going to
Nope.
kind of be in the back of he's going to step away the radio just obviously upset him. So he's going to step back. He's not going to tell him not to do anything, but he's just wants to be more in the back of the room away from it.
Okay.
Beautiful.
How that radio ever worked is beyond you. It just seems impossible.
But damn, this stuff is crazy. You know, I bet we could get like a bunch of money if we took this back with us. You know, just stick it on the boat on the way home. Or, you know, Nuncio's boat is a little small, we must admit. So I
We
bet
haven't
we
had
can.
room to get all of us and the equipment back to begin with.
Oh, no, because then there would be. I was about to say we could maybe do like a thing where we make a little water trailer. Like we're stranded on the island of the sickness, and we do like a whole survivor bit. And, like we go cut down some trees from that grove that's near the hospital or whatever. And then we go
The
and we
likelihood
like.
of doing that, someone's going to die. Like, there's going to be a tree that falls on someone.
That's true.
You know,
But yeah, we
babes,
would blow up a mine because it would track through the field.
As-
Apparently, it's so tight.
as I told you before, babes, you got to be careful. You know, if you're going to record yourself doing illegal shit, you got to do it carefully, right?
Well, that's the thing.
Nothing
Like
illegal's
we're
going on so
exploring an
far.
unknown location. They were calling the island of the sickness. They don't know it's the actual island of the sickness. It's fine.
It's like one of the most honest things we've done is actually going and exploring the place where they said.
Ku, as you're setting, or Hyun, as you're setting things up, you begin feeling this funny tickle behind one of your ears.
Just start unconsciously just like touching the back of my ear and just like scratching at it.
Yeah, it's funny because it keeps recurring, but there's just nothing there.
Fucking hell. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking spiders and webs and bullshit around here. Ugh.
You
I'm
okay?
just kind
Actually,
of making a show
yeah.
out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I just
you're-
walked into a spider web or something. And it's just like, you know, you get the really fucking weird ass tickle or something down here. I'm just like patting my back and doing shit like that.
It's funny
I
that you
don't-
say that
Do they have
because
dangerous
just as
spiders
soon
in
as
this part of the country?
the moment that you mention spiders, you feel this object in your pocket and you pull it out, and it's an ashtray with a spider literally embedded in the glass.
What the hell? Where this? Yeah, I just start patting my other pockets. It's like, dude, what if you, like,
What's going on?
I don't
You're as
know,
white
like,
as a ghost.
Did you just have
Just-
an encounter with the ghost of that dead spider in that ashtray?
Yeah, very funny. Haha. No,
I'm
I don't
filming
know where the hell this
too.
came from. Like, put that fucking thing down, Peter.
Hyun's on his
Like, this isn't the
kleptomania
time
arc.
for it.
That's some
Like,
good. That's
cut
some good
the-
content. Hyun's starting to steal shit, and then he'll start seeing ghosts. Then we'll be cruising through. It'll be great.
I
Maybe
don't steal shit,
excited.
and I'm just like turning it over and I'm looking at it, but I don't.
maybe
I'm
the
just
ghost
like-
is trying to tell you something.
There's no fucking ghost, and I'm just like looking around at the thing and just turning it around. Fuck, maybe I did put it like. Did one of you? And I'm just like patting myself down and looking at it, just wondering how it got there.
Maya,
Hear me out. Hear me out.
You're watching these guys like this is bad media. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
we need to move on, move this.
Yeah, this is well, this is not what I would call peak content.
That's right. This is just B-roll still. We're not even doing the proper show. We got like a bit of time before we do that, no?
Yeah, we still got time before the live stream, but you know, if you focus on, I don't know, getting the rest of the equipment set up instead of, you know, what this B-roll might only get 10K views, you know. We want the live stream to be perfect.
Maya,
Yeah,
So we
Yeah.
focus
your
on the
point of
live
view
stream
is
first.
fantastic.
we got to finish setting up the two boosters for this thing. So we're ready to go.
Well, we got two other parts of the island we have to get to too.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, that's
you
what I-
find that
that's what-
bridge.
Are
need
we
to start-
walking, or are we going back to the boat and Marco gonna
We got a while. It's not
Right,
that big of an island, is it?
Nuncio take us?
No, it's not.
Well,
that big
I don't
of
know
an
how his
island.
boat's going to take you to the middle of the island, Enoch.
Oh, that's true. That's
Ghost
true.
boat.
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, if you can get footage of a ghost boat, I mean, that would be great.
The Flying Dutchman.
Hell yeah.
But babes, let's get this focused on getting all this set up, okay?
All right, let's do it.
You're right.
I got
take
you.
the ash tray and I just toss it in with the rest of the stuff, shaking my head while I do it.
Okay. All right. And you guys are ready to move on to the next place?
Oh yeah, let's go find that bridge.
Yeah. The bridge, when you first see it, has definitely seen better days. It's made of iron girders, and at some point it was painted green, but now it's just mostly brownish red with rust. It's been constantly exposed to sun, sea, and wind. All the paint on the railings is chipped and faded. The planks on the surface, fortunately, although they are heavily weathered, they do seem more or less intact. So it looks like you could cross the bridge. However, hanging from the railings and sitting on the structure of the bridge are these dolls. Hundreds and hundreds and
You actually
hundreds
got
of
my real
dolls.
phobia on this one.
Some of these dolls are modern plastic dolls. Others look like they're old, and they have faces made of porcelain or cloth. Their eyes are staring passively into the darkness. A few of them are complete. Go ahead.
Does it look like they've been put here at the same time years ago, or they're just continually people are putting them there?
Looks like more or less continuous.
Teenagers come here to fuck. They're putting these things here.
We should definitely be filming this. This is creepier than shit.
We got it.
Mixed in with the dolls are some other more abstract creations of sticks, string, and bones.
Hell yeah.
Shapes include some vaguely human-looking stick figures, crosses, and stars of various styles, and some symbols that you don't easily recognize.
The hell is this shit?
God damn.
The entrance of the bridge has a small makeshift shrine built around it with driftwood and local sticks. It's woven into a crude little wicker structure. And within that are laminated pictures, all depicting babies and toddlers. They're all faded and weathered over time. There's more offerings on the altar as well, including children's toys, little handwritten notes, Catholic iconography, shriveled dead flowers in jars, and the remains of countless little candle stubs.
Hell yeah.
Any Barbies?
Couple.
Yeah. These kids are bringing these things and doing this.
It's creepier than hell.
Yeah.
How good.
We're going to make a fortune.
Oh, yeah. We got to film all this.
Dolls?
It's sick. Oh, and we should make a doll. We should get it, like, blessed or whatever in, like, that bit of the chapel that still exists, and then we'll bring it back and we'll add it to the collection. And that'll be, like, the end point. Fuck yeah.
Or we could just say we did that.
Yeah.
Take one of the newer
But
ones.
there's all
and put it
storyline,
out.
darling.
This is the location where you're going to set up the second repeater.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so I'll put
Over
it
here with the
down.
dolls.
When the techies are poking around, I'm gonna poke around this shrine and have a look at all these like photos. I want
Yeah.
to see like
They're
ages
all
of these
photos
things.
of children.
If there's anything like on the
families.
backs of the photos, maybe just like checking it out.
They are messages to lost and dead children.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, after I put the repeater down, I've got a hip flask. I'm going right to that. A little hip flask. I'm gonna take a couple naps because this is really getting creepy.
Okay, Hyun, what was it that you wanted to do?
I was just asking if this was where the dolls were. Is where we're setting up the electronics and the rest of the transmitter. It's all right here, or is that a separate area?
So the first one was at the lighthouse. The second transmitter is here at the bridge, and the third one, I believe, is at the lemon grove.
Okay, so it's here at the bridge. So I guess I'm just looking for a good, safe place to put the transmitter to get that completely set up. I'm not paying too much attention to the dolls or the other things that are nearby. There's no need to look at it right now.
Okay. And so you're going to get this thing set up, and immediately when you do, the messages begin rolling in.
Okay,
Hell
guys,
yeah.
I think we're going.
All right.
All right. What's up, Spectral Crew? We're here on the island of the sickness, checking you out with this creepy bridge full of dolls. Check this shit out. Oh yeah. I reckon this is a representation of every single lost little kid that's been dropped off here by their parents. And their ghosts are gonna haunt us as we go through here. How?
I just
good.
start coughing when he starts doing all of this in the background. You could probably hear it.
Oh yeah, Sean knows what's up.
Like I am obviously just like coughing, trying to ruin the thing just to make him shut up.
Okay. Okay. Maya, you are pleased to note that the super chat that you set up has already started receiving
I
some
see him. I
donations.
see him donating. That's what we like to see.
Hell yeah. All right, crew.
Okay.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to cross this weeping bridge. We're going to go through an abandoned lemon grove. We'll find our way into the hospital, St. Roche, and we'll find the last piece of St. Roche's temple, where we will get our own doll blessed, and on our way out we will leave it here with the rest of these beautiful children to keep them safe and their spirits in good form. Let's begin. The Spectral Crew.
All right. The comments are rolling. Maya,
Hell yeah.
things are looking good right
Yep.
now.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. Keep it
All right, let's
moving,
keep
babes.
going.
Okay. At the far side of the bridge, if you guys would care to make me a spot hidden roll.
Oh yeah.
Everyone?
Anyone who wants.
Pass. Regular.
Pass.
I did not succeed.
Peter, you notice underneath some leaves and detritus at the far end of the bridge, there's a mosaic on the ground set into the road.
Dude, look at this. I'll
Oh hell yeah.
brush the leaves away. What do you make of this?
I don't know if it's gonna
The
help later, but I
strange
gotta
symbol. You've never seen it before.
Looks like a star with a candle or something in it. Or
Yeah, it's definitely a cult.
It's got to be
it's like
something.
some sort of pentagram.
Probably something Italian.
See this crew? This pentagram looking thing? I reckon this is from some sort of group that's been doing some evil rituals on this island. What more are we gonna find? Let's find out. I'll just walk over it, keep going.
All right. You
Well, I
guys,
don't
the rest
know.
of you
I
guys
mean,
are
from
following?
this angle, the star's right side up. Isn't it usually when the star's upside down that it's the devil?
Oh, I
Well,
If there are
if
like
you're
kids and
from like
random
the
people
island
out
side, it
here,
would be the devil, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
I'm gonna take a like just with the cell phone, just take a picture of it. I'm gonna text it to Maya to see if she can do like an internet search on it, see if she recognizes it.
Enoch, I'm watching the live feed. I can see the symbol.
Yeah, but I
What
just
is
thought
it?
like do it.
I'll start looking, but chat's hungry, guys.
Yeah, we gotta keep going.
But if we got a good story about that, that might be interesting to them. This is weird.
was it just
Again,
scratched into
I'll look
like
into it.
something
No, it's a mosaic.
mosaic? Okay.
How big of a mosaic?
About
5 feet
3 feet
across? 3 feet across. Okay.
It's ritualistic. I mean, it means something. It's spiritual to someone. It takes a lot of effort to do something. It's not like just a scroll or a
Yeah, it's like
small
spray
drawing.
paint.
But it's also on the
Enoch,
ground, so it's not on
As
a wall or
as
the.
you pass over it, you feel like a pressure almost, like a hard to describe,
Hmm.
like a pressure differential.
That was weird. Did you feel that?
What are you talking about?
Like when I when I walked over it, it just felt there's something, the atmosphere, the pressure.
I mean,
You
we
must
are
be evil and it's
like,
keeping you away. That's what it is, Enoch.
Maybe. I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
Karina would know what's going on. Hey, babe.
Well, there's a whole Amish community in Ohio that thinks I'm evil, so never came back. Hmm.
You guys
We're
gonna
getting
continue on?
backstory on Enoch for the cameras, huh?
Hell yeah.
Wait, was that? Oh,
He was the
I
one person they needed to put up that other barn, and
you
then they
couldn't do
couldn't
it.
do it.
Hell
Would you
yeah.
like to continue?
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
We gotta push forward. We gotta
Yeah,
go find
let's keep moving.
this hospital of St. Roche.
Has it been a while? Have we been doing this for a while, or has it just been like an hour since the last just like time frame from when we set up the
Right now,
last
you
one?
guys are right on time. So it's about 8:15. It's getting dark.
Hell yeah.
You're right on time.
Okay. Let's get going to the next spot. Last one.
So you follow the path, and it leads you into a giant grove of cultivated lemon trees. Feels more like a cave because the upper branches form a dense canopy overhead. You're immediately greeted by the hazy buzz of insects, the sweet smell of citrus, and something else over top of it all that smells like decay. It kind of catches in the back of your throat and sinuses and makes you feel like you want to gag a little bit. The grove is completely wild at this point and unkempt from years and years of neglect. But most of the trees are still heavy with these huge lemons, like
Hell yeah.
unsettlingly large. And many of them have these weird deformities. Some of them the size are human heads. Others have these weird like tendril protrusions curling from them. Some of them are discolored and misshapen. In places, the bark of the trees is peeling off in strips to expose the wood underneath. And it seems kind of like more like an open wound than anything else. The floor of the grove is littered with these corpse white leaves that squish beneath your feet as you walk on them. And every step you take releases a small puff of gray mist that stinks like rotting fruit.
Hell yeah. All right.
Oh God. Just kidding.
I'd like to try and find a relatively ripe one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick it, and we'll turn the camera and go. All right, chat. This is your quick donation incentive. If we get to $5,000 in the next 3 minutes, I'll eat this lemon.
Okay.
Oh,
The chats are rolling in at this point.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, guys. It looks like some people are over here just talking about him a little bit. No one's throwing money.
Oh,
Whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
there. The
whoa.
donations are coming in.
Yeah, you're
Here
getting a
they
couple.
come.
Yeah, we got like.
That's right, baby. I love the taste of citrus. I'm gonna crank one of these right open.
What's that stuff that was dripping off that one lemon? Did you see that in the
I'm sure
picture? It
it's
looked
just a
like,
bit
I don't think it's
of tree
dew.
sap. It'll
No,
be
if we're gonna be
fine.
doing an incentive,
are are you sure these are lemons? Because look at how weird they're all shaped. I mean, look
Right.
around, look over there.
deformities happen.
They smell like
It's no
lemon?
big deal.
They don't look right.
They smell like fermenting lemons and
Brilliant.
something
They're
worse.
rotting.
Yeah, like
Maybe I'll get
death.
drunk off them too.
Yeah. Are you gonna break one open?
I'm gonna just full Tony Abbott this sucker and just crunch into it if we hit the donation goal.
Okay, as soon as you bite into it, it just explodes into this cloud of insects that go all around your head. Oh, and yeah, and I need you to make a sand check.
Oh,
No, don't puke on that mic.
19, I suspect, is a success.
Okay, you lose one sand.
Holy shit, folks!
What the hell was that?
Oh, that's what
Cat's
your money
going-
gets, baby.
Cat's going wild.
Scariest
Ooh.
thing of the night.
Oh, yep, it's fine. Just like make sure my coat's okay. Yeah, baby, that's what we do at Spectral Crew. We do it for you. Let's how's that setup going there, Hyun?
Looks like it's going pretty good, Jan.
Oh, It's working. To be honest, I was a little distracted watching you over there almost puke up all over that. It's going though.
Hell yeah.
Anybody else
Just
wanna
start
do anything
setting
with
up,
the
trying to keep it
lemons or the
away from
trees?
like the fermented lemons.
Yeah. You guys gonna mess with more lemons, or
Well, how
what's your plan here?
I want to be out. I'm that bugs were too much. So Enoch is just gonna try to get out of the grove. I just had to carry the thing here. Mm,
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, no, guys, chat's loving Enoch going off by himself. You know, splitting up. That's great for content.
Hell yeah. Enoch, take a camera with you.
like
here, I'll go with you.
begrudgingly.
My
Yeah.
Already
man.
set up right here.
As he says, take a camera with you, Enoch, your hand begins to shake again.
Oh God.
Come on,
Yeah.
Enoch.
You can see some shadowy figures that you're not sure if they're real or not moving through the trees.
God. I'm like trying to clear my eyes, blink, but then I open again and I see them, and I'm like, um, yeah, the hip flask is out. Then I just take a big chug,
Yeah.
and I'm taking out a joint, and I'm getting baked right now because this is I just that seems to help me not see that. So I'm not
Okay. The
seeing
rest.
anything to
Make sure we
them
don't get
though.
demonetized.
I'll keep it off camera.
Good man. Hell yeah, dude. Peter, can you see this
Okay.
shit? This is fucking crazy. We've only done like an hour of this stuff and it's already gone this crazy. Imagine what the hospital's gonna be like, man. This is sick.
Yeah, this is excellent content, guys. But if you're not
Hell
gonna keep
yeah.
fucking with the lemons, you need to move on, babes. All right?
Yeah, well, Sean's still setting shit up. Once he's done, we'll move.
And it's all set up.
Beautiful. All right. Let's boogie.
Okay. You guys make your way through the lemon grove and approach the building that you can see in the distance. And you reach a roughly football field sized patch of earth.
I think this is the cremation area.
On the south end of the hospital. It's marked with hundreds and hundreds of these little orange-red flags.
It's the mass graves.
Each flag has a little number and a biohazard symbol and a strange kind of pattern on it.
Hell yeah. I want to pick up one of the flags and I'll hold it up to camera.
You probably
Okay.
shouldn't do that. I'm telling him as he's bending over to pick it up.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll put it right back. I'll put it right back. But we gotta let the viewers see what's going on. Hey chat, check this out. And I'll start holding the flag right up to the camera.
Okay, yeah, the chats are rolling.
Hell yeah. Chat, we're at the scene of a mass grave. Way back when, this weird sickness rolled through the island and it killed all of the inhabitants pretty much. So they got buried in this mass grave. That's why all these flags are here. We're not going to dig nothing, but just wanted to let you see what this looks like. Beautiful. And the second that it's off camera, I'm just tossing the flag. We'll keep walking.
Okay,
Yeah.
at one end of the
Cat
field,
seems-
you can see what looks like a large pit.
And that's the cremation pit. Oh, fuck yeah. Hey chat, this is the cremation pit. They started burning the dead bodies in here. I reckon if we listen nice and closely, we might just be able to hear the sounds of them still burning away.
How deep is the pit?
About 10 feet, maybe? You gonna get close to it?
Not too close, but close enough to where I can see that there's a bottom in there.
Yeah, you would estimate it to be about 10 feet.
10 foot. So a bit too deep to just like cavalier jump straight in and try and get back out.
Well, is it straight
No,
down or is it?
you would hurt yourself if you were to jump
Yeah.
into it. It is kind of a crater shaped pit. Um, as you approach it, you can make out some more details. It's roughly 40 feet in diameter,
Fucking hell.
and there's about a 3-foot mound of dirt around it. And it's about 10 feet deep, yeah. And but it's kind of impossible to tell exactly how deep it is because the bottom is filled with ash and charred bones. In the center, it looks like a blackened and smoldering corpse of something. You're not
Oh,
sure. You
hell
can
yeah.
see bones and you can see a little bit of smoke. Around the rim of the pit are hundreds and hundreds of these small candles, which look like they're just stubs left. And there's so many of them that they've actually fused into like a continuous mass of wax from decades and decades of just candles being put on top of each other, forming this sort of a pale ring around the entire thing.
Hey, one of you lower Marco down into that pit?
Oh, I've got a better idea, Maya.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one of our GoPros and start like vlog styling it. Be like, I'm getting even closer than they told me to. My cameraman's not even allowed this close. I'll hold it up nice and high, like over the pit, like getting myself in frame, and then it's going to slip out of my hands and tumble into the pit. Yo, no way! We gotta go rescue our camera equipment, guys. That's just what we gotta do.
I'm sure we got a rope between us somewhere, right? Or do we have a rope between us or something that we might have, or could
Why
someone
don't we
lean
make a
over
luck
and
roll?
It's look. I'll get on my hands and knees next to the edge, and just take your hand to lower you down there.
That'll work.
It's only 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you should go down there. I think you should just write that thing off. That's dead people. That's ash. You're climbing into human remains. I don't know if that's a good idea, man.
Yeah,
Enoch,
but
Enoch,
that's
Enoch.
like
That's a working
$700.
Enoch, listen. It's all a bit. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's just it's a bit of humor. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Enoch, your hand begins trembling, and somewhere in the back of your mind, you can hear a squealing that sounds a little bit like a rat or something in pain.
That.
When
Oh,
you look
God.
at the pit, you can see something being burned alive. You're not sure, like a rat or maybe a pig or something. There's a shadowy figure standing nearby. Their features are indistinguishable, but it's holding a torch. You know
God.
this isn't real, but you see it in your mind's eye.
Hmm. God. Back the boozes back out.
Come on, who's going down?
I'm going
Maya?
down. Let's go. All right, chat.
All
We're
right,
gonna
you
go
can-
rescue our camera. Maya,
get
can you get
notification
feed of
that
the
no-
camera while it's in the pit or no?
Already on it.
Brilliant.
All right, I'm
Here,
lowering you down.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Hell
behind Peter and
yeah.
just also counterweight him, just hold on to him. So there's like two bodies holding on, so it's less likely he'll go toppling in after him.
Okay, yeah, you guys are careful and you're able to lower him down there. And Maya, while they're doing this, you get a notification. There are super chats that total $1,950 now.
Keep going. Keep
Hell
going,
yeah,
babes.
baby.
Making lots of money.
Oh yeah. We're raking it in, baby. All right. Oh, Karina, before I go in, Karina should purify me. Like a protection thing.
Okay, yeah. She pulls out a crystal and she's like, "Okay, yeah, well, get the camera on us and let's
Oh, yeah,
do
babe.
this right." Yeah,
Like, hold my arms out. Yeah, babe.
She uses a crystal wand and she totally, yeah. So, okay, your aura's pure now. You can do
Brilliant.
this.
Thanks, babe.
Hold on.
I'm doing it for you. All right, holding on to Peter, and I'm walking down the side of the pit.
Okay. When you get down there, yeah, you can see that whatever it is, it looks like it might have been something large like a dog or a pig.
Oh, they must have burned the animals in here. I start like
Barbecue.
wandering
Well,
towards
well,
barbecue. I start wandering towards where the camera
who would do
slipped out of
that?
my hands and fell.
Who would bring a pig all the way out here that they had, or dead animal all the way out here to do it? Why wouldn't they do it? I mean, nobody lives here. Why would they come all the
Teenagers.
way? Uh,
And who's in the pit right now?
Marco.
Marco? As you're standing there, a baby doll head rolls down at your feet.
Oh, fuck yeah. Chad, are you seeing this right now? There's an actual baby doll head. This is crazy. The demons are out to get us. And I'm so excited. Come get me, baby. Let's go.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna try and find and grab the uh little GoPro.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, did you see that, chat? That's crazy stuff. Maya,
Where'd
you
that
getting
come
this? Are
from?
you getting all this?
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Hell yeah. There's some crazy gear. All right. You get like double vision from me right now. Let's go. I'm gonna climb back up.
Maya, you can see now you're up to 700, just over 700 concurrent viewers.
Hey, we just broke past 700. Let's keep this going.
Hell yeah.
Keep this buzz going.
Okay. I'd like to take a 5-minute break right here, a bio break, if that's
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good spot.
Yeah.
2 minutes later.
All right. So you guys are at the cremation pit. Where would we like to take things from here?
Well, I would very much like to after getting out of the pit, we have the outside the hospital to start investigating. I'd like to walk around the hospital first and then try and find some means of ingress and then go from there. There's also that overlook, but I don't know if that's going to be super helpful when it's super dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said first you're going to start making your way around the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna get some good shots of the outside.
Yeah. You fairly quickly find your way to the cemetery.
Hell
You
yeah.
see a bunch of the headstones in the cemetery are old and weathered. They must go back centuries. It doesn't look like there's any recent ones at all, as a matter of fact. And Enoch, as you guys enter the cemetery, your hand begins shaking once more. And you see up ahead among the graves another sort of ghostly figure walking through. This time, you kind of think it's like a young girl just wandering through. She looks lost. She looks over her shoulder once or twice. And then she walks into what looks like an old chapel that's mostly destroyed.
I think this time I'm just gonna kind of follow. I'm not gonna say anything to the others, but I'm gonna follow her over to the chapel.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It's barely more than just a hollowed out ruin. Okay. It's stable enough, but what's left of it. But anything that was going to collapse has collapsed a long time ago. So there's a stone apse that is surprisingly pretty intact, and the dome overhead is more or less solid. There's a dark pile at the top of some steps leading down. It looks like it might have been an altar at one point, but over centuries has decomposed into something that's more like an overgrown mound of vines. And it's so purple it's almost black. On either side of the mound, you can see steps curving down towards each other. The right-hand stairs are blocked with debris, but the left-hand stairs are fairly clear, except for a bunch of vines that are hanging across the opening like a curtain.
Do I see the girl still? inside?
She seems to have disappeared.
Hmm. I guess I'm a little bit out of earshot now of the others, unless they follow me or something with the camera. I mean, like, I'm just gonna call out, "Hello, are you lost?"
There's no response.
Who are you
Can any
talking
of us
to,
hear
Ina?
that?
No, let's sneak up behind him. Let's just see where this goes. I think Enoch's seeing ghosts, everybody.
Hmm. I might. Now there were stairs descending down on the left side. Those were clear. I'm gonna head that way. Maybe
Except for the vines.
I need a flashlight. I probably have a flashlight on me. Start going down.
You part the curtain of foliage,
Hmm.
begin descending the stairs. I assume. You see the stairs leading
Yep,
down. Would you like to descend them?
I would.
Watch your footing.
Okay, so I start going down the stairs. I'm kind of maybe bracing with one hand on that wall, that stone wall on the side.
Begin descending the stairs, and you find yourselves in the chapel's crypt. The crypt itself is roughly 60 feet long, 40 feet wide. There are broad pillars supporting a low vaulted ceiling. Along the walls, there are dozens of crypts. Each one is sealed with a big, heavy stone block. Along the eastern end, there's a series of alcoves, with the central one almost 10 feet deep. The northern one contains the statue of a monk with his head bowed. His face is completely obscured in shadow. The central alcove contains a stone pedestal at the far end with an iron box on top. The box is about 18 inches wide by 30 inches long and 10 inches thick. It's secured with a medieval-looking padlock that, judging by the thick layer of rust and corrosion, hasn't been opened in centuries.
Hmm.
The southern alcove looks like it once contained a statue, but all that remains now are the sandaled feet on a dais. The back wall of the alcove is marked with some curious writing. You don't recognize it as either Italian or Greek. It looks like it resembles Hebrew a little bit, but it might not be that either. In the very center of the crypt, there's a big ancient stone slab. It's been carved to form a low rectangular table or an altar, maybe. Judging by the proportions, it might have been used to lay out bodies in preparation for burial or maybe for funeral rites, something like that.
Done. This might
At this point,
this might be a good place to do the seance that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could do two, but we were hoping to do it in the hospital morgue, no?
Yeah, we can do more than one.
Yeah, maybe we try and tap into our spiritual side. Guess what, chat? You're getting two seances tonight, not just one.
Maya, you just got a PayPal donation from someone called Ultima Unum for $5,000. And you just
That's
hit
right.
1 million. The channel just hit 1 million subscribers.
Let's go.
That makes you officially viral.
Well done,
That's it,
team.
baby.
Let's just keep this going.
Let's go. All right.
See how high this can go.
Hey, Krina, we need to tap into our spiritual side in here.
Okay.
Just
Okay. What do you
I'm
want
gonna
me to
step
do?
off to the side shortly, while Krina's setting up like a seance sort of deal.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
can you get everyone
begins
set up
sitting.
to like do a bit of a seance for us? I'm gonna like dip and call Maya real quick, who is currently dealing with something else.
So Corinna takes out a Ouija board and sets it up on the stone slab and begins putting a bunch of black candles around it.
Hell yeah. Just while Corinna's doing that, I'm gonna call Maya just quickly and go, hey, Maya, will we get arrested if we remove that like big old padlock?
Look, the thing about live streaming yourself at a place you probably shouldn't be, um, maybe remove it off of camera.
I've got the idea. I've got it. Okay. The ghosts are going to open it and they'll drop while we're like doing something else. And then that'll be like the end of the seance. Okay, I got it. Enoch, I got a job for you. Come here.
Hmm.
You know how we've got a piece of metal somewhere, like a pry bar, something, a tool of some description?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you jam that into that lock and crank it open, but like keep it sort of hanging there, then while we're doing the seance, it's gonna drop, and then it'll be this big moment while we're talking to the spirits.
I guess I could do that. And then
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay, it doesn't take long to set up the Ouija board. Corinna lights all the candles. You guys it's a sufficiently creepy looking
Hell yeah.
setup. Are you ready?
All right. So, we'll pretend like it's taking a little bit longer to get going. We'll give Enoch a chance to crack the thing while we're investigating this statue at the back.
so I'm going to take some kind of bar or something, and just kind of. Okay. I'm assuming I could probably break it. Do you want to make a strength check or something? Or,
Probably old and rusty.
yeah.
Just to help with some of the lighting, I imagine we have like a couple of portable flashlights, some that might be larger. I want to set them up behind the dais so that it would the proper mood lighting will make it look like it's still dark and everything around her, but it'll kind of just like make her shoulders look glowy so she looks like she's glowing a little bit, and it'll be a little bit easier to capture on camera as well. So just try and get the proper lighting on it so it looks proper ominous and sticking out from the shadows.
Okay, yeah, it's downright diabolic. Yeah, it looks great. And Enoch, are you going to be opening that box yet?
Yeah, I'm going to open it. Do you want me to make a strength roll or something to do that? Or
No, it's rusted through and it comes open
Just
fairly
kinda
easily.
snap?
And as you're doing it, you just feel in the back of your head like some sounds from past. You know, you hear the crying and wailing and so many people in pain. It's just, yeah. And then you see this at the bottom of the box. There's a fragment of text on a piece of ripped paper. And it looks like it's written in Latin.
All right, so let's say that for after the seance, we'll do a bit to camera about the statue feet, and we'll come do our seance, and then we'll be like, "Oh my God, Enoch, what'd you find?" Hell yeah! All right, so we've done our piece camera. We'll come back for the seance now. Karina, this is sort of your expertise.
Okay. Yeah, she lights up the candles and creates this spooky mood. And she begins calling out to the spirits in this way, like, "Oh, spirits of the dead, come and speak with us. Tell us what you have to say to us. Blah, blah." And are any of you guys going to be doing anything with the Ouija board?
I'll have a hand on the planchette.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody has a hand on the planchette, but
Yeah.
I guess what I mean is, are any of you guys going to be making it move in a specific way?
Oh, 100% when we ask the question, can we open the box? I'm going to move it to yes. And then we'll go, oh my God, the lock's gone.
Okay. So maybe you guys want to ask it a series of questions.
Yeah.
So what would you like to ask of the spirits once you've contacted them? At some point, Corinna's like, I can feel them present. We are communicating with the spirits of the dead now. What should we ask them, Marco?
So you start with a regular question, like, are we in Italy first and foremost? And then
It moves
Yes,
slowly up to the left, and then it hovers over the yes.
yeah.
I want to ask who we're speaking to. I just sound very incredulous at this point, and like I'm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Are any of you guys going to be moving the thing, or are you just going to see what happens?
I think I will quietly attempt to move it towards Alberto.
Okay. It spells Halberta.
Alberta.
Alberta.
Then it moves back to the Halberta.
Alberta
And
has
then
Bretta.
again, Halsterta.
I start writing,
T
or I guess I'm not writing.
A R T A.
Guys, what is this?
YK. And then
is any of them
drags
pushing it?
suddenly and quickly over to the HASTALYKHASTALYKAA. And then all of a sudden there's a sound like a rumbling sound, and the stone begins to move and shift and collapse, and you guys step back from the altar just in time as it just crumbles into 1,000 pieces.
Well, I guess that answers the next question.
Holy hell. Guys, we need to get out of here. Like soon. This place, it's not stable. Like,
let's look in here. Let's look.
we need to go. Like, I don't want to get buried in here.
It'll be fine. It's made of concrete. It'll be fine.
Not to quote Brad Pitt, but what's in the box?
So there was a fragment of text.
Did you find something?
Maya might have translated it at this point.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
it reads, "And behold, blessed Hastalic, bringer of fever, emperor of the fly, great corruption, savior of the relics, disease, encouraged by it, rises from the nest and curses the unbelievers with disease, powerful as water, making it salty and producing threefold and infertile eggs and birds."
what
What
was
the
the name
hell?
again? Was that an H? What was the thing?
Hastalic.
Hastalic.
Was that what the board was spelling?
It was one of the things, yeah.
It was spelling Hastalic.
And Hyun, as you're staring at this thing, you accidentally step on something and you look down, and it's that ashtray with the spider in it again.
What the Seriously, who's doing this shit? Like,
What are you
really?
talking?
Marco, are you dicking around with me again?
I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I was over here. My hands are up.
How did you
anything.
guys know what was on the paper to spell the name?
I don't give a fuck about the paper. I'm talking about this.
We were doing a seance.
I reach down and I get the ashtray. I don't give a fuck about the paper. How did this get, like, seriously, like, who's fucking around with me?
Look, dude, it happens. Sometimes you just grab shit. It doesn't happen. Like, it's not on purpose.
I'm not
Things fall
grabbing
into bags.
shit.
It happens.
Didn't you throw it away, or
I threw
rid
that
of
back
it?
over. Yeah, I threw it back with the rest of the equipment when we were loading up the first time.
Is
Well,
it
maybe
following
you
you?
dropped
Doing
out of your
this.
pocket or something. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
My pocket? No, I
Yeah.
threw it down.
Well, then the ghost gave it back to you.
Maya,
You need it
did
for
you
something.
Fucking ghosts.
did you send him a secret message or something to spell that word? There's no way they could know what was on that paper. They couldn't have faked that.
But you
This
knew
is
it,
spooky.
right?
We gotta move on.
I knew it. But I wasn't doing the seance. I was with the lock.
Did we? Was the paper the only thing in the box, or
The only thing, yes.
oh, that sucks.
So this whole altar is now disintegrated, and there's nothing
Yeah,
underneath
that
the
that doesn't just
thing.
happen.
That's crazy.
I mean, maybe it does. I know I'm putting weight on it. You guys hasn't been touched in forever. This whole place looks like it's falling apart. It, the name, I can't get past the name. There's no way that you could have. I was the only one who knew what was on that paper, and I didn't even know what it said. But
Well, who the hell is Hastalic? I've never heard of this
I don't know.
in anything that I've
Google-
read.
Maya, can you look up
So,
some
like,
stuff on
Swedish?
Hastalic for us while we
Wikipedia.
keep going?
I'll look into it. You guys just keep going.
Yeah,
Keep the
we gotta
content
move on. We
rolling.
gotta go check out the hospital.
Well, the whole lock thing dropping is probably anticlimactic right now. So,
Yeah, we'll just keep going.
all right.
Fuck the lock. Doesn't matter. We'll go to the hospital. Let's go.
That's a different
Fuck,
kind of
dude.
video.
I put the ashtray in my pocket this time so that I know no one's gonna like purposely like put it on me and like start fucking around with me. And I'm keeping an eye out for anyone who starts like trying to like I really think this is Marco at this point just trying to do it for views, but I didn't see him do it. And so now I'm slightly I don't want to say paranoid, but I'm very observant if anyone starts getting randomly close to me and if
Yeah.
touches me unnecessarily.
Okay. Okay. You guys
All
want
right,
to continue
it's
on?
time for us to go into the hospital.
All right. So you
All right.
guys leave the crypt,
Yep.
back out through the cemetery, and you approach the hospital. The hospital itself is surrounded by a rusted chain link fence. It sits amid a barren stretch of ground just beyond the lemon grove. On your right, you can see the ruins of the old monastery chapel, and directly ahead is the hospital itself. It's 3 stories, brick, mortar, and stone, stretching off into the oppressive darkness. You can just make out the central black slate roof silhouetted against the stars. Most of the windows are broken. The structure seems okay, solid enough. There's no obvious collapse. But something about the site of the hospital makes you very uneasy. And it takes a few moments to really understand why. It's the opposite of what you expect. There's not a single mark of graffiti or evidence of vandalism or anything anywhere. There was on the rest of the island, but just for some reason not here. And you've recorded it hundreds of haunted sites, or maybe not hundreds, but a bunch of haunted sites. And no matter how terrifying or isolated they've been in the past, there has not been a single one without graffiti, like tags, broken bottles, smashed windows, that kind of stuff, right? But all the damage that's done here on this building seems to be just done by wind and rain. You know from your visit to the cove on the small island that people must be visiting the island pretty frequently because of the to have alcohol parties or whatever on the beach. But apparently they never came past the bridge to vandalize these buildings.
Okay, chat. This is
And
the real
Enoch,
deal now.
as you are staring at the hospital, your hand begins to shake once more.
God.
You have this instinct to look up, and you see in one of the windows something that looks like someone wearing an old plague mask.
Wait, doctor. Oh God.
Enoch, are you okay?
Did you see that there's somebody in the building?
Wait, what?
Somebody. I
Then
saw
I shine a
somebody
light
wearing a plague mask. Maybe somebody's gaslighting us here or something.
I
Is
shine
someone
a
wearing a
light
plague
over
mask?
there and I start trying to find something moving.
Don't see anything moving.
I don't know what it was. Maybe I
Damn.
just imagined it. It doesn't look
I mean,
like
maybe-
people come in here. Like we know that kids come to this island, whatever, for dares or whatever, but it doesn't look like anyone ever comes here. I mean, it's not touched. It's not, there's no graffiti. There's no. Do you think it's a good idea if we go in there?
I mean, there
Hell
might be someone
yeah, it
actually
is.
here.
Maya, you just topped 1,000 viewers.
We
Look,
just
guys,
reached 1,000.
look, guys, we all know we're just freaking ourselves out right now. And there's not really any danger unless you get into a part of the building that's falling down. Let's go in. I didn't see nothing.
I mean, what if someone, like, what if he did see someone? I mean, that would make sense when we saw like smoldering flames earlier and the random stuff that's been around like the beach and everything like that. Maybe someone else is out here like us.
I mean, we're all out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, this is not a visited island. So if there's a cult, I don't know why they would be hiding. They'd probably be burning someone at the stake or whatever. We'd walk right into it.
I don't know about a cult or anything like that, but
Whatever.
just maybe like some kids or something around here trying to screw with us.
Well, and we really don't have anything to worry about with a bunch of kids either. They're probably trying to fuck with us.
Maybe.
We should fuck with them in reverse and scare them.
Well, if we see anyone, I'll keep that idea in mind.
Hey, chat's wondering why you guys aren't going into the building.
All right, we're going.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. We are actually a little bit ahead of schedule, so I think we're going to just end it right here.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Our players
guys-
included. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Our players included Morgan Llewellyn, Dakota Poole, Riley Kruger, Joe Bardalis, and myself with Stefan Amshey as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.